My name is Ijeoma and I'm also known as Ijeoma TGF. But at home I'm called Baby. Yes, so that's my nickname at home. I feel fulfilled living my dream of being an inspiration and mentor to a lot of young people and also helping them craft their vision, their purpose, and fulfilling their destinies. It's something I'm grateful for, and I'm grateful to God Almighty and my family. I'm 30 today. I know I've done so much, but I also believe that there's still a lot of work to be done. So it's a work in progress.
I will describe her as being inspirational, particularly among the teenagers, the young people. Her work has actually taken her to many places and transformed that sector.
She's a passionate young woman and a go-getter.
I would say Ijeoma is a dynamic young woman that is hardworking and very passionate about the things she cares about, which basically is anything to do with young people's development. I know Ijeoma as a mother, I know her as a development worker, I know her as an entrepreneur. And personally, she has been a huge motivation to me. I wonder how she's able to juggle all these responsibilities and do what she does very well. I think I would describe her as highly passionate, a goal-getter, and an achiever.
She's a goal-getter. About myself, I'm an easygoing person, playful, blunt, yes, like I'm straightforward, and sometimes I'm quiet, but I'm not so sure I'm not a quiet person. And one thing I know about myself for sure is that I'm a strong-willed person, so I have a strong character, I'm resilient, and I'm a determined soul. So if I aim at you and I target you, trust me, I'm going to go for you and I'll catch you. That's me. I love achieving goals. I'm also sometimes a workaholic, even though I know it's not good. So it's good to rest and it's also good to work. Yeah, but that's a bit about myself.
Auntie Ijeoma, she's a counselor, a nice woman, right? After seeing her personality, I feel like I want to be like her. Like, she inspires me a lot.
She is brilliant, she is adorable, full of innovative ideas for teenagers in this country.
Auntie Ijeoma is a very good teacher. She teaches us well.
Ijeoma is one hardworking personality and a cheerful person, and it's been a great pleasure being a friend of hers right from day one.
Ijeoma is an objective, optimistic, and determined person. Always working towards her goal and achieving her dreams. She doesn't give up. She works very hard, puts in whatever it will take her to get at her goal and excellence. And she's an award-winning person. Right from primary 4, she got her first award in primary 4. Surprisingly, she was called for an award. It was surprising even to me that she could attain that. So I've just been convinced of where she's heading to.
So far I've worked across 10 Nigerian states. We've also worked across 26 communities, reached over 20,000 young people, majorly teenagers. We've also expanded across different African countries, and we've worked across 17 countries through our virtual programming. And one thing that stands out for me is working with children and young people around education support services, capacity building initiatives, citizenship and leadership programs, creative and cultural interventions, community information programming. And I believe in the theory of change that we need to engage, empower, educate, equip young people with knowledge and life skills that can help them make informed decisions, productive choices, and also become actively involved, engaged, making and taking actions towards positive changes in their communities, in their societies, towards sustainable development, even as they also work towards becoming economically independent. Okay, so professionally, I'm a media and development specialist, an educator, broadcast journalist. I'm also the director of product research and policy for the Teenz Global Foundation, and it's an organization I founded in 2011. And that's not all. I am a graduate of BA English Language from the University of Abuja, like the first class university in Abuja. You know what that means? That's FCT. Alright, so on a global level, I'm a 2014 Mandela Washington Fellow, a United States Institute of Peace Fellow, an INED Youth Ambassador, a youth champion of citizenship and leadership for the Federal Ministry of Youth, the CLTC Institute. I'm also a Global Citizen Youth Advocate, a Commonwealth Youth Awardee, and Associate Fellow of the Royal Commonwealth Society. I'm also a Leap Africa Fellow and a JCI Top 10 Outstanding Young Person in Nigeria for 2016, and so much more. I can't list everything, but this is just a few of the ones I feel are notable.
I've known Ijeoma for over 10 years now. When we met, we discussed our project which scope is around the teenagers. So we had a discussion about the project and all the programs that she put in place in the foundation. So, and we agreed that indeed that teenagers find it very difficult at that stage of teenage age to transit to adulthood. There are a lot of challenges they face. So, and those challenges has to do with lack of information, social information, and the physical and social life of their life. And those information don't get to be taught in school and their parents and all that. So she set out to carry out those projects using her foundation, Teenz Global Foundation, and since then she has gone ahead to motivate and inspire so many teenagers over the years.
Yeah, in 2014, 500 young people were selected in the Sub-Saharan Africa for Mandela Washington Fellowship, and Ijeoma was one of them. In Nigeria, we were about 40, and she was the youngest, but the most intelligent, the most smartest, and very friendly, funny to be with, and full of energy.
Oh, my role model. Well, I have so many, but I'm just going to talk about one person that stands out in all of them, and that's Michelle Obama. Yes, she's so adorable. She's visionary. She's strong. And we both have 2 girls. One thing that stands out for me about Michelle Obama would be her words when she talks about the fact that there is no limit to what we women can accomplish. Now, this resonates with me so much because it talks about unlimited greatness. It talks about the hopes and empowerment that we women can actually, we can actually have and expand and do so much more in our lives, in our communities, and even around people around us. So it's something that when I look at her, I see myself doing so much more. I see myself fulfilling that promise that I know that is within me.
One of the most recent encounter with Ijeoma was during the pandemic, when we had a collaboration between Teenz Global Foundation and Ideal Initiatives Pandemic Volunteers, where we had to support one of her program in the course of distributing food to people affected during the pandemic lockdown. So that experience is unique in the sense that it made me see a different aspect of her. I've worked with a lot of people, but not all of my partners were willing to carry out a full distribution exercise during the pandemic, because many people are scared, not because they don't want to commit money or resources, but because people are scared. So Ijeoma's story was different in the sense that though the threat of the pandemic, the virus is there, she was able to brace up, to mobilize people, collaborated with her, and we did that food distribution. And seeing that aspect of her actually touched me because it brings out the humanity in her. And I salute her courage.
I'm Chris Coons, U.S. Senator from Delaware. One recent fellow that's made an exceptional impact is Ijeoma idika-chima, a 2014 alumna from Nigeria who attended the University of Delaware for for a Leadership in Civic Engagement Institute. Through her organization, Teenz Global Foundation, Ijeoma launched an information sharing and awareness program. Since March, she's held virtual discussions, making information easy for youth to understand and helping counter the spread of COVID-19 in Nigeria.
Oh yes, so the recognition I got in the mention from the US Senator Teenz came to me as a surprise, because I remember COVID-19 for me was a total reset for me. It was a time of deep reflection about a lot of things happening at that time. No one saw it coming, and so it was both good and bad. A lot of people trying to cope with the issues around, and then there were lots of misinformation. So one of the key things that stood out for me was thinking about how do we simplify information for young people? How do we engage young people? How do we talk about mind management at this time? And so that was what led to the PYMP campaign, where we started doing more of a people-centered mental health outreach, where they could speak to other people with encouraging words, tell them what they thought about the COVID-19. And it went for 101 days. Yeah, it was a PYMP 101 campaign, and it was amazing, the feedback, people from all over the world. And for me, COVID-19 is here. It's not a time for us to start feeling sober, feeling bad about the effects we have, but it's a time to think about the solutions and the mindsets we create for ourselves, and also for the young ones, for our children, for our young people. You might not have a child, but it doesn't matter. Every child is your child. Every young person is related to you. So whatever you can do out there, please don't hesitate to walk towards it.
We've met in different forums as Mandela Washington Fellows way back in 2014. As Generation Change Fellows, we met in Uganda. In Nigeria, we met also and worked together on a lot of projects. But what stood out the most for me was the sacrifice that Ijeoma made coming down to Jos when I was living in Jos, to say we have to organize a program for young girls. I think we mobilized about 20 young girls and did a training session for them on peace building and youth development. It was very interesting. And that was the push for me to say, I don't need to do something big to change the world. We have these dreams that we aspire to attain. Ijeoma demonstrated that with those little baby steps, you can actually touch one life at a time. That is the most outstanding thing. That sacrifice she took to come to Jos. Nobody was paying her bills. She took a lot of responsibility, sponsoring the entire training and ensuring that we just didn't do the training for training's sake. There was follow-up with the participants. We documented that process, as well as told the stories of these young people. Apart from that, on a personal note, we are both mothers of two. And each time I have a challenge with my kids, I call her and say, IJ, what do I do? My child is running temperature, my child is having rashes, my child is not eating well, and she advises me on the best places to get baby food, what medication to have on ground at home, and what to, those things to keep at the back of your mind when dealing with babies and toddlers. She's been a very supportive friend in that dimension. And business-wise, there was a time IJ told me that she had a shop, and I've been thinking that could be something that I could do as well. So I've been thinking about setting up a side hustle, and I'm very glad. I'm sure IJ doesn't know this yet. Very soon I'll be launching my business venture, and all thanks to IJ. The motivation and the inspiration came from her.
So I love afang soup and fufu with plenty omo and isam inside it. That's my favorite food. My best friend is you. Yes, you watching me is my best friend. Yes, so I love you and you're my best friend.
Oh, she has always been there for me and her siblings. She tells you the truth. You see, if I have somebody, I can tell you her yes is yes, her no is no. Is Ijeoma. She's so trustworthy, so reliable, and straight. It's been awesome, memorable, good experiences with her, and I can attest to it anywhere, anytime, any place.
Yay! Traveling, yes, that's the first thing. Boom. Like you can call me now and tell me, oh, pick up your bag, we're going on a trip, and I'm ready. I love traveling. I love reading. Yes, I read a lot. Like reading is the first thing I do in the morning. Reading is practically the last thing I do at night, and I love to read because when you read, you know more. When you read, you expand your knowledge. And reading isn't just all about academic reading, but also reading about current affairs, things happening around you, and reading content that can actually improve your knowledge base. I love cooking. Yes. So I am a good cook. I cook very well, and I love to cook. I cook. Yes. I hope you're not surprised. I love shopping and movies. So those are things I do for fun or when I want to just spend my time for leisure. Yeah.
And as a mother, she's very good though, keeping what I didn't know she would have all this time, for her kids, giving her the best, feeding everything. Oh, there's something I used to laugh at. What is it called? Chicken breast. See, I'm wanting to find the best for the kids to take.
If you're very close to me and you know me very well, you know that knowledge sharing is a huge part of me. It's something I love to do. I love teaching the next person. I love sharing the knowledge I know. So if I know how to do A, I want to teach you to know how to do that A. That's me. It's one thing I look up to, knowing that in the next few years, I have a lot of young people that will look at and say, oh yes, IJ impacted in my life. IJ was able to share this knowledge. IJ is the reason why I am standing today and being able to do what I do.
I want to say a special thank you to Mrs. Ijeoma for this workshop. So far it has been awesome and I've learned a lot. And with this, I know I can carry off my next project.
If I could describe Ijeoma in one sentence, I would say that she's an authentic leader. I've been blessed to know her on both a personal and a professional level, and one thing that stands out for me is her unwavering support, and she's very compassionate and understanding, and that's something that has stuck to me, and I appreciate that about her.
I first met Ijeoma in 2014 when we were inducted by INEC as ambassadors. And she came across to me as a very intelligent person. That person who isn't like, she doesn't come to you like, I'm a pretty lady. She comes to you like, I'm confident, I have something up there, and I have something to offer. So she's constantly like trying to brainstorm with you and then find out what can we do to improve the program, to improve the agenda of the INEC Commission, so to say. Different on that level, I see her as a very committed person, because whatever assignment or whatever program that we have, she will be the first person to reach out to ask questions or to make her own contributions or comments and all of that.
IJ is the founder of Teenz Global Foundation. That happened a few years ago, and I'm one of those girls that she taught so many things. She actually touched my life. She did a lot of things, all her teaching and everything when I was a teenager. Now I'm a little bit grown. So I really appreciate her and I thank her for everything she has done to me. And my friends, we are really grateful and we want to wish you happy birthday.
I really want to focus on policy making, analysis, evaluation, and research towards real and practical changes. So that's a higher level of the work I'm currently doing. Having the project experience, I know it's time for me to step up and start looking at policy changes that can actually make things work, not just at the urban areas, but also at the grassroots, and who knows, even at the global level. So it's something that's open, and let's see in the next 5 years where IJ will be.
Well, Auntie Ijeoma is a very good person. She counsels us on how to be good and how to focus on our studies and more. And also she allowed us participate in the program that actually made us more enlightened about the beauty in our cultural heritage.
I've had this mindset of, okay, I want to be like her. I want to learn to mentor people. When people are going through a lot, I want them to come to me and then ask me, just seek for my advice, and I think I will be in the best position to help them out.
Right from when she was in her primary school, secondary school, up to the university. Oh, I didn't see any change. She still maintained a trend. And even as I'm aging, as a mother, I still see that trend. She doesn't dwindle. She's still herself any day, anytime, anyway. She doesn't compromise. She's not biased.
I'm a multi-skilled person. Yes, that's one thing about me. And some of the skills I have, I can't name everything, is the first I'll talk about is video editing, production skills. I also talk about communication, digital media skills, content development skills. I also have skills in research, writing, counseling, teaching, and also public presentation skills. It's those are some of the skills I have.
I would like to say that Ijeoma she knew me first before I got to know her. We were on the same platform, and then eventually one thing led to another, and then I came for a training that she was organizing, and then we got to know better. And then after it has been from one collaboration to another, and then also from one project to another together. And then we also had an IDP project together, and then I was at her office one time, and then we have always been having interactions, and it has been mutually beneficial ever since then.
If you look at her, you won't even know. 30, she has 2 kids, which is a plus for her. So that's a nice one. She doesn't joke with her kids. She's passionate about what she does, and the drive and the zeal that she brings to Teenz Global brings that cutting edge to the program.
I've had many of them, and I'll talk about when I was selected for the Mandela Washington Fellowship by the US government. I was 23, I was so excited, and even the experience was amazing because it transformed a lot of things about myself. It transformed my life. It created the networks, the collaboration. It expanded everything and that was really what I wanted. I wanted to scale up what I was already doing. And so for me, that was one of the turning points that really helped me get to where I am today. It was a springboard for me. But the remarkable experience for me was when I was 26. And that was in 2017. That was when I had my first child. That was motherhood for me. When I became a mother, I can remember almost a month and even 2 months after I had my baby, I would always go peeping to see, oh, I just had a child. I just had a daughter. So it was an experience that I can't even explain. You know, when you become a mother, it's an experience that just comes. You're excited. You're happy carrying your little bundle of joy in your arms. And
I'm not surprised of the numerous awards she gets. I'm not surprised. You know why? From primary 4, she started getting awards. Primary 4. She was, they know not from nowhere.
Yeah, I've had my share of bad experiences, but I don't call them bad experiences. I see them as learning experiences, because for me, life can only be upward and forward. I can only make progress in life. So whatever experience I have, I pick up the lessons learned from it, and I move on and I move up. So I don't stay there with the experience. And for me, that's something I would also share with you. Don't let your bad experiences define who you become. Rather, let those experiences propel you to even become better than the experience you're from. When I tell people that I'm correct idika-chima, I don't be butter. So it's because you think, oh, this person is butter. A lot of people have stories that when they share their stories, you realize that we all have bad experiences, but don't let that define your outcome. And remember, life is spiritual.
I like her for being a change maker. I like her for being a lady who always wants to challenge the status quo. I also like Ijeoma for being innovative. She's creative and she has brilliant ideas.
The fact that she's a woman and she takes everyone along, yes, she's passionate about work and everything.
She has the heart of gold and she forgives easily. Let's go. Even no matter how weighty the offense, she will just let go. And nothing is too big for her to give out. Nothing is too big. Unless she doesn't have it, she gives it out.
She's very funny, religious, and she answers questions. She doesn't like just put you apart or ignore you like normal other teachers or elders that you meet. She answers your questions and try to give a solution to them.
I'll say to you that be deliberate and intentional about your actions towards your life goals. That's the truth. Now, if you have to break through a wall, I have to break through that wall to get to my destination. So every issue you face, every challenge you are going through right now, see it as the wall you have to break through to get to the other side. And so don't give up. You can always follow me on social media, Ijeoma TGF, or with my name, Ijeoma idika-chima, and connect with me. We can talk more, have more conversations in that work, or you can also look up the work that we're doing at Teenz Global Foundation and also connect with us, collaborate with us, and much more. Thank you.
My birthday wish is that God strengthens you, IJ. You've done a lot. You've touched our lives. My sincere wish and prayer is that God continues to strengthen you to do more. There are a lot more young people out there that need you. And the most important thing for me is keep that smile alive. Your smile is how do I describe it? It gives hope. It inspires hope. Keep smiling, keep touching lives, especially young women. A lot still needs to be done, and I believe that your purpose is you're just scratching the surface. By God's grace, you're going to do more.
My birthday wish for her is that God should give her all that she has desired and also make her to grow in her personal aspirations that she has for herself.
I wish her a balanced prosperity in her life, in her husband's life, in the lives of her children.
Oh, my birthday wishes is that she will grow old, get to where I could not get to at my age. When before she gets to my age, she would have attained all I thought I attained and get more and be greater than me. I've always tell her this.
She has done so much, and I wish that she keep on doing what she's doing. I wish her that she keep on going with her rigor, and that God will give her good health, happiness, as she continue to live and have a good life.
I wish her long life and prosperity, and I also wish she comes to school so that she will,
I pray that God will take her to higher and higher levels in life and many more years in abundance to her.
My birthday wish for her is that I wish her more fruitfulness in what she does. I wish her all the best in her endeavors, and above all, I wish her more strength to do the things she knows how to do best. Happy birthday.
IJ girl, it's your 30th birthday. Here's wishing you all that you wish yourself.